So I've had a job to put some reflective window film on my garage windows for, well, months if I'm honest. Been putting it off because it just seemed to be one of those jobs that had potential to really go wrong. And anyway, it says on the instructions you should have a big flat table right next to your window. I don't, so I'm using a workmate here, peeling the backing off. Used 2 bits of very strong gaffer tape on the corners to pull the corners of the backing from the reflective, because it really does stick to itself. This is the bit where I was worried I was just going to end up sticking the whole thing over in a giant sandwich. So then you use a solution of washing up liquid and water, not much washing up liquid, just enough to get everything nice and wet. And that's on the sticky side of the film. What I've done before this is got loads of this stuff all over the window, cleaned the window a few times, and then I've sprayed it with all of this stuff so it's wet. They say you can't put too much on, but I'm not too sure about that. There's the window, and then here's me trying to get this thing up in one piece without sticking it on itself. They say to leave a bit of extra around the window. I thought the roll it came on had a nice straight edge, so I'm using that on the top. And then I'm quickly trying to get this thing to stick on. And the problem I found straight away was the excess stuff around the edges was stopping it sitting nicely, so I think pretty quickly, yes, here we are, I just cut away roughly some of the excess to make life a bit easier. The problem I've got here is it's a bit cold outside, probably too cold, and it's not too bad, but it's just, in the end it left a few bubbles, and the condensation I think was probably the problem. So you spray the back of the stuff to help your squeegee move. It says you can't get it wet enough, but the whole thing just slides around, so it's really just a balance of, as you see, cheap squeegee from the supermarket just falling apart straight away, first time of use. So you're trying to squeeze out all of the air, and the film's actually moving on the glass, so it's not one of these jobs where you can expect perfection. If it stays on, basically you've won. And I think I just was starting to realise that at this stage. Cut there the excess off using the squeegee just to hold the thing still. Get hold of it, come on, that's it, there it's gone. Here we go. I see I'm still finding little air pockets, cutting that off. As soon as I've got the bottom edge off, that fits quite nicely just into the little gap where the glass goes into the wood, and it all then sits quite nicely. And then just as best you can get rid of what's left, but there's no point pulling the reflective stuff off the glass, just let it sit, and there you have it. I think the rest of this video is more of the same, so I think we'll just speed this up, and at a certain point you just, there you go, you dry the thing off. You're supposed to do this. It's still moving around, so I realised to stop and just dry all of the wetness off the edge of the window, frame because that'll just help the thing dry out a bit faster. But it's pretty effective. It keeps the light out while it's light outside, not so much when it's dark outside and the light's on inside. So obviously you have to remember to keep my clothes on when it's dark outside and there's people about.